Hey everyone, and welcome back to Idea Mechanics. Today, we're diving into a really powerful principle from the problem-solving world of TRIZ. It's all about engineering certainty. Basically, turning guesswork into a science. And leading us through it, as always, is our very own lead innovation catalyst, the Navigator. So let me ask you this. Is innovation just a lucky guess? You know, that random eureka moment that strikes like lightning? For a long, long time, people thought so. But here at Idea Mechanics, we know that innovation can be a repeatable process. It's about moving from trial and error to a system of engineered certainty. If you're ready to stop relying on luck and start mastering systematic discovery, hit that subscribe button to join the Idea Mechanics team. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you're the first to see our next innovation breakdown. We want to build this culture with you. Drop a comment below and tell us which TRIZ principle or tech challenge we should tackle next. Awesome. Okay, let's get right into it. The Navigator is pointing us to TRIZ Principle 32. Now, this one is all about a simple but profound idea, making the invisible visible. It's a huge mindset shift, one that gets us away from dangerous assumptions and moves us towards solid engineered certainty. Just look at the difference here. The old way is all about hope, right? I hope this tool is sterile, or I think this food is cool enough. These are just gambles, not real strategies. But the TRIZ way, the Idea Mechanics way, forces us to ask a much smarter question. How can we make the object show us its hidden state? And that brings us to the principle itself, color changes. The idea here is to use a change in an object's color or even its transparency to give us instant, vital information about something we can't see. We're basically turning color into a super low-cost, super reliable information channel. Okay, so let's see how this actually works in the real world. Our first case study is from a place where there is absolutely zero room for error: medicine. In a place like an operating theater, this kind of thinking isn't just a nice to have. It can literally be the difference between life and death. So here's the problem, and it's a big one. A surgical tool that's perfectly sterilized looks exactly the same as one that's dangerously contaminated. You just can't see bacteria. And relying on a checklist or someone's memory, well, that's a gamble you just can't afford to take. It's the ultimate invisible threat. So how do we fix this? Well, the solution, as our Navigator is showing us, is brilliantly simple. You integrate chemical indicators right into the sterilization pouches. See, these indicators are specifically designed to react only when they've gone through the extreme heat and pressure of a successful sterilization cycle. Once that's done, the indicator changes color, maybe from pink to brown, giving the surgical team instant visual proof. It's a clear go or no-go. No guessing involved. And that, right there, is the magic of it. We're not just putting a tool in a bag anymore. We've transformed a simple static object, the pouch itself, into a dynamic communication tool. It's actively telling us, hey, I'm safe to use. Now, what's so cool about this principle is that it isn't just for high-tech hospitals. It's everywhere. Let's check out how it shows up in everyday situations, from a baby's nursery all the way to a factory floor. Okay, think about this classic problem for any new parent. You have to make sure the baby's food isn't too hot. What do? Tasting it can spread germs. Touching the bowl, well, that's not very accurate, is it? And if you guess wrong, you could burn your baby's mouth. It's a perfect example of a contradiction, where the old solutions just create new problems. So what's the elegant solution here? Using thermochromic pigments. That's just a fancy way of saying heat sensitive. Right in the material of the baby spoon. If the food is too hot, the spoon itself changes color. Maybe it turns from blue to white. The spoon becomes an active sensor. It's an amazing innovation that gives you an intuitive stop signal. And the best part? No batteries, no electronics needed. All right, this next one shows just how clever and beautifully simple this principle can be. Get this. What if your gas detector wasn't a machine at all? What if it was alive? You know, on huge industrial sites or farms, installing and maintaining electronic gas detectors across the whole area is super expensive. The solution? Just use nature. It turns out the alfalfa plant is incredibly sensitive to natural gas. If there's a leak nearby, its leaves quickly turn from a healthy green to a very obvious bright yellow. It's a brilliant, cheap, and super visible biological safety indicator that works 24/7 with zero batteries. So, what's the big lesson here for us innovators? From surgical tools to baby spoons and even plants, the core idea is exactly the same. We need to shift our thinking from creating passive objects to engineering systems that actively communicate their status to us. We like to call this concept visible certainty. And it's not just a bunch of clever tricks. No, this is a discipline. It's the skill of engineering systems that can actively and automatically tell us about their hidden states. And it's a skill that you can learn and apply to almost any problem you can think of. At the end of the day, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? We need to stop guessing and start seeing. Real, meaningful innovation, especially when safety is involved, is all about making the invisible completely and totally visible. And that brings us to our challenge for you. Take a look around your world, at your job, at home, anywhere. What invisible assumption are you relying on right now? And how could you use this principle to make it visible? Let us know what you come up with in the comments. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.